What's going on, guys? Welcome in to TB Sports 27, and we got a big night for you. It is Friday night, June 30th, and we got a triple header edition of the RXFL coming your way, an exclusive bonus. We're still committed to streaming the normal 5 games a week that we are, but because there are so many teams that are battling and fighting for playoff chances, we are going to bring you 3 exclusive games here over the next 3+ hours here on Twitch between 6 teams that are fighting for their playoff opportunities here. It's going to be computer versus computer, and it's going to be the in-game audio. I'm going to sit back and be watching them alongside with you guys. I'm going to jump in with comments at the beginning and at the end. So if you're watching on Twitch, 3.5 hours, get ready for it. If you're watching on YouTube, you're going to get these streams over the next 3 days. Playoff contention, playoff supremacy on the line. We're going to take a look at it real quick before we jump into it. As we've already played 4 games, we still have our Monday night game, which we flexed, which is the 1-loss Portland Lumberjacks and the 3-loss Mexico City Golden Eagles, a possible national championship showdown. It could be a big business one. Here's our playoff contenders, and we'll look at the standings here in just a moment. The Aviators, with what happened on our Patreon stream, and we encourage you guys to check that out. $5 gets you in the door. Patreon.com/TBSports27. We just uploaded an epic battle. Now, if you guys thought Toronto versus Sacramento was an incredible game, guys, you ain't seen nothing until you sit down and watch Dallas and Philadelphia in a shootout. I'm telling you, a shootout. I had egg on my face in that game because I made a statement in the fourth quarter that didn't come true. You guys are going to want to tune in to see what happened when Norm Van Brocklin and Brett Favre go toe-to-toe. The results of that game is what happened here, where now the Aviators have an opportunity, and we're going to look at the standings as well. But the Columbus Aviators, looking at it, they're trying to keep pace in the East. This is a big game for him. The Beats still looking for an outside shot at the postseason. Our next game that we're looking at is going to be the London Bulldogs and the Toronto Marshals. The Bulldogs could have an outside shot at making the postseason if they can put wins together in Week 16 and Week 17. They were a lot of people's early favorites to win it all. Can they get the win over the San Antonio Marshals? And then wrapping up our triple header is going to be the Atlanta Dirty Birds and the Memphis Egyptians. Tom Brady and the Dirty Birds have an opportunity to overtake the Tampa Bay Mutiny with Tampa Bay's loss to the St. Louis Rhinos. They got an opportunity. We also know that, we're not going to have time to stream them all, but the Shamrocks still have an outside shot. And originally, I was going to stream this game with you guys. The Celtic Tigers, who are at 7-7, playing the Los Angeles Kiss. That was one that I was looking to stream, and I might still do it. I haven't quite decided yet, but looking at the schedule, I thought this Bulldogs and Marshals game was kind of a little more important. So we're going to look at the standings, and you can see we'll go division by division here, but you're looking at the North. There's where we're going to have number 3 versus number 1 in our Monday Night Football game. If you're looking at things in the South, a win for the Dirty Birds, and they're right there in the hunt. They would win 3 in a row. The Tampa Bay Mutiny would have 3 losses in a row. That's why we're going to stream that one with you guys here today. Over in the East, and this is why this one is so important, the Columbus Aviators and the Dallas Desperados. My goodness, playoffs on the line still between them, and still even an opportunity maybe for the Philadelphia Benjamins. If they finish 8-8 and the Aviators lose out, they can get one of those wild card spots maybe, but this is possibly for the division title right there. And then we were looking at the London Bulldogs. Well, here's the Celtic Tigers game, and like I said, they're not out of it yet either, and this is why I'm kind of considering maybe streaming their game as well. But I didn't want to, overwhelm you too much computer versus computer stuff. And then when you take a look at the North, you might look at the Bulldogs and think, well, they're not in it at all, and Brooklyn is way down there. But if you look at the American Conference here, you got the Lancers. You're looking at your division winners. You got the South, the North, the West, and then you're looking at the Lancers of probably being one of the wild card spots. We need an East team in there, so that's going to be your Huskies. That's going to leave a opening here for the wild card spot. So if you think about, there's the teams that have clinched. The Lancers are looking at probably being in as a wild card team, and the Huskies as a division winner. You're looking at the Redwoods, who have lost 5 in a row. You're looking at the Celtic Tigers. You're looking at the Bulldogs. You're looking at the Beats. You're even looking at the Shamrocks that all have an outside shot. So I picked the Bulldogs, Celtic Tigers, and Shamrocks. I know still have a chance. I'll let you guys decide. Let me know in the comments as we stream the next 3 hours if you guys want to see the Shamrocks game and the Celtic Tigers game streamed. We can do that with you on Saturday. You got to let me know in the comments. If you don't want to see that, don't leave any comments, and we'll forego those games and move on with the week here. Here's where things are interesting in the National Conference. You got the Lumberjacks and the Eagles that have wrapped things up. The South still up for grabs, and that's where the Dirty Birds come into play. You got the Rhinos and the Wolverines looking at potential wild card positioning, and then you got to look at the East. There's your other division there. So it's pretty much down to the division races, because you would think that the Wolverines and the Rhinos are going to wrap up the wild card positions. The West and the North are for the taking. So it's down to the Mutiny, the Dirty Birds, the Aviators, the Desperados. There you see the Dirty Birds right there. I think we can almost all but say the Benjamins have been eliminated. And again, you guys can check that one out over on our Patreon page. Demons and Aftershock are sitting at 6 and 8 also in the West, but you're looking at the conferences here. Nobody's catching up the Portland Lumberjacks here. And as far as wild cards, I think you can call them eliminated as well as the Benjamins. So boy, oh boy, a lot heating up. We'll get a lot more of a clearer picture after these games. Let me know if you want to see the LA Kiss and the Celtic Tigers, and you want to see Salt Lake City and the New York Shamrocks, because those also have playoff implications. But for now, we're going to do the triple header, 3 hours here on Twitch, 3 days worth of content on YouTube. I'll be here at the beginning. I'll be here at the end with you guys. That's going to lay it out straight up for you guys. I got a couple comments, so maybe we can jump in before we turn it over to the in-game audio. I'll even try to boost the little in-game audio a little bit for you guys so you'll be able to hear. Let me see if this actually comes through, because sometimes when people leave comments on Twitch, it doesn't actually come through. Brady Man, what's going on, my friend? He asked, are you going to watch Money in the Bank tomorrow? Absolutely. Money in the Bank will be watched. I'm going to be watching the USFL Championship as well tomorrow, Birmingham and Pittsburgh. You guys should tune in for that one. But that's kind of the preview. So I think we'll lay it out for you there. We'll take a look at the schedule one more time before we jump into this one officially, and we're gonna play with you here, Brooklyn and Columbus. We're gonna stream this one normally with the in-game commentary. Monday Night Football, we also got this one, the Marshalls and the Bulldogs and the Dirty Birds and the Egyptians. It's up in the air if you guys want to see the New York Shamrocks and the Salt Lake City Elks, and if you guys want to see the LA Kiss and the Dublin Celtic Tigers, which have playoff implications as well. Let me know over the next 3 hours here on Twitch. If you want to see those two games, we'll bring them to you tomorrow. That would be 5 hours of extra games. My goodness, let me know what you guys want to see. I'm going to boost the in-game commentary for a little bit here, and then I am going to jump out and let you guys listen to the game. It's going to be computer versus computer for the next 3 hours. It's going to be the in-game simulation. We played the normal 5 games, so if you want to see our normal streaming and playing, you guys can certainly do that. You guys have that option to listen to the normal, to see our normal playing. We're going to do 5 games like normal, 4 games here, and the Patreon bonus stream, which is up right now. But we're kicking things off with the Aviators, who are trying to keep up and are trying to keep pace with the Dallas Desperados, guys. So it's going to be Dallas, Columbus, looking for these two going at it. Who's going to make the postseason? The Brooklyn Beats as well. They're not out of it either. They're sitting at a possible playoff opportunity. This is going to be a legendary game now. Patrick Mahomes versus Joe Montana. Come on, a dream match in the making. Two legendary Chiefs quarterbacks. Come on. You know, Joe Montana had that little run with the Chiefs. A bunch of Super Bowls between these two quarterbacks. You got 6 of them represented on the field. It's going to be a good one. Aviators and Beats, they are battling for the postseason. Enjoy, sit back, relax, enjoy 3+ hours of RXFL football here on Twitch. And the next 3 days, we are going to stream on YouTube these 3 games. Aviators, Beats, the Marshalls, and the Bulldogs. And then you got the big one, the Dirty Birds and the Egyptians. If you want to see LA and Dublin, if you want to see the New York City game, let me know in the comments. All right, we'll turn it over. Here we go.
Madden football on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got a good one in store between the Brooklyn Beats and the Columbus Aviators. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Brooklyn Beats and the Columbus Aviators. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our 2 quarterbacks, certainly 2 of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. Leading this unit will be the big arm man out of Texas Tech. 10th pick in the 2017 draft, Patrick Mahomes.
Coming off of a loss their last time out, I think he's just seeking to make a bigger impact on the game. He threw a touchdown pass, didn't throw an interception. I think he just wants to jump those numbers up in terms of flinging it around and letting his receivers get into the end zone.
Yellow. 180. You.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Wide open receiver complete. And he's taken down but able to...
Let's go. Let's do it. Yellow. White. Mike 54. You don't want none of that. Give me it. Pick up the ball.
They'll run on first down. It's James. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Call that a gain of 11. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally down at the 36-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34. Here's the offense, and if you're the defense, Charles, you really have to focus on that guy that's highlighted on the screen.
You're talking about pure speed. T.Y. Hilton can get down the middle of the field and really stretch a defense.
On second down now, it's James. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 16 yards, a first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Watch the pass.
On first down, James. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down. Well, look now at our starting defense. They're squarely in the middle of the pack against the run this year, number 16 in the NFL.
They're not an elite unit. They're not, as what you'd say, the top part of the league against the run. They're a solid group, though. They do a good job. What they're looking for in this one, though, is an elite performance.
On second down, it's James. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll go as a loss of 5. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And it's caught. Touchdown. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And this offense takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive. They went empty backfield, all their weapons out wide, so there really was no secret here to what they were going to do.
No secret, but they still had to execute it, and they still had to protect the guy throwing the ball because oftentimes when you empty the backfield, people bring pressure at you. They managed to hold in there and successfully complete the touchdown pass.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive goes 8 plays. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a look here at their go-to guy under center.
And what I'm looking for from him today, the things every quarterback is looking to do. Lead his team to a victory. Doesn't matter whether he's throwing it, running it, handing it off, however he has to do it, as well as exhibiting some leadership, that's what he's trying to accomplish.
They'll run with Jackson, and not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They establish the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
2nd and 9 now. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Time for a look at our starters here on defense. They find themselves just a couple of spots outside of the top 10 defending the pass, number 12 in the league.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw, and that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. So here are visitors to take over on offense. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early. But if there's that special one there, I say they go get him.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Come on now.
Now a carry for Blunt. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
All right, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle.
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
Here's Hester. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Time for our first check of the NFL scoreboard. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. They run on first down with Jackson. The numbers for Jackson in last week's game: 16 carries, 94 yards, and a score.
And well liked by his teammates. In fact, I got on good authority, even though I'm not an investigative reporter, that in their team meeting this week, the offensive line stood up and said, Coach, we've got to have better yardage for this guy. He's number 9 in the league. He's got to be in the top 3 before the season's over. Let's run the ball.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 16 yards, a first down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They try and run on first down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
I'm getting the sense that Fletcher Cox is making offensive linemen want to take the week off when they have to play against him.
It's a regular routine for him, isn't it?
It really is. That play there, that's him all day long. Good luck trying to block him and keep him from disrupting your offense.
Here we go. 60 Pittsburgh. Exit.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. He finds Taylor, complete. The reception good for 7. It's third down. Out of the gun now on third down. This is caught by Jackson. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. they become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Our time. It's our time.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal.
Here I come. Here I come. Let's go.
They'll get this out wide to Taylor, and he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
I don't think you got it, son.
Back to throw. That's caught by Jackson. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 4th down. Well, they try to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
McCrane able to knock this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. They had it 1st and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
65.
Throwing now is Mahomes. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down now, Pruitt, and he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Come on, fellas.
On 1st down, Mahomes. And his throw's going to be incomplete. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. On 3rd down, Blunt. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a 1st down. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Mahomes going to pull it out and keep it himself. He's got it to Hilton. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. They'll run on 1st down. It's James. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54, Mike.
On 2nd and 9, Mahomes. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. They'll get to him just inside the 15-yard line. And even after that fancy footwork we saw, a good job defensively to recover. On third down, it's James. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
Well, he tried to bounce it outside, but that's obviously not his game. He's too much of a straight-line runner.
Yeah, him in the outer third of the field, not a recipe for success. That time a loss. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Shotgun snap to Mahomes. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
So 4th down coming up. John Harbaugh sent on the field goal unit. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. Well, that will go down as a 15-play drive, and it results in 3 points. So some disappointment?
It's funny. We had our conference before the game with the offensive coordinator, and what did he tell us? I just want every drive to end in a kick, right? An extra point, a punt, or a field goal. Well, in this case, I think it is a little bit of a disappointment because it did end in a kick, but that type of a drive should end in the end zone.
So here is the home side to take over on offense. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10.
Ready. 15 line. 15 line. Don't let him breathe. Play that tight deep. Down.
They'll begin the drive with Jackson on the ground. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, this is Jackson. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game. And that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Looking left sideline, it's complete. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
And Lobo. 2 right here. I'm coming.
Back to throw now on 1st down. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Set up. 90 Wolf. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Ready?
2nd and 11. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to be about a yard or two short of the first here. He needed the 35, but didn't make it.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach. NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The safety, Adrian Amos, comes crashing in for the sack. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack for Mahomes and company. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Looking deep for him. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
So here is the home side to take over on offense. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. Now they got to get to the line quickly. 2nd and 6. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Got a man. It's Brown. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Army.
Back to throw here. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. This quarterback now 12 of 15 throwing the ball, 80% so far, and it's 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They're going to look to throw. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. Looking to throw. To the right side, complete to Taylor. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. McCrane's kick is good, and that'll bring them back within 4. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
This will be fielded at the 8. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals, because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. The weather might be cold, but the playoff races are heating up here on this final Sunday before Christmas. So let's get to it. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the second half? To find out, let's hand it over to our broadcast team of Brandon Gotten and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. So here is the home side to take over on offense. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Now back to throw. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A gain of 18 and a new set of downs.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Going to give this time to the tailback. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys and continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
He'll look to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that gets him back within a single point. It's now 10-9. So it's a third field goal for him now. He's accounted for all 9 points. I look down to the sideline, though. You can just tell they weren't too happy for 3. They wanted 6.
So they have to have 6. Look, he's keeping them afloat, but they really need to do exactly what you talked about. They need to get into the end zone and score some touchdowns. Otherwise, he's going to have to kick a lot more field goals than just the 3 he's already put through the posts.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10.
I got you, punk.
Mahomes now on first down. And the catch made by Hilton. That's good for 28 yards.
Baby, let's go.
A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Here's Mahomes to throw. Complete to Hilton. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 yards on the pickup there.
They should have put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32. 2nd and 5 now. Mahomes. He finds Taylor. Complete. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Right there. 54 Mike. Let's put him on the buses.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. He's got Casper over the middle. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. On 2nd down, it's James. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with 3rd and just a yard. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
And while it didn't work very well on that play, defenders on 3rd and short know it's going to be a quick read. And really, the quarterback's just going to turn around and hand it off. So that way, you're able to diagnose the play and try and get to the point of attack. But when you're dealing with a fullback, it's hard to knock him backwards.
Here we go, D.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And it's caught. Touchdown. T.Y. Hilton with touchdown number 7 on the year. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. And in the red zone, I guess this is why you have a guy like that on your roster.
Without a doubt, and if you have him, You use him because he's a guy who's going to win just about every time. I don't care what the coverage is.
Now for the point after. And with that, the lead is up to 8. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Here we go.
So here is the home side to take over on offense. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Now that sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. Continues to be a struggle for this offense and this home crowd. They're growing a little restless here in the second half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And they'll send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Patrick Mahomes on his way out for their next drive. He's played well. Good first half. He's continued that here in the 3rd quarter. But my question, when you're a head coach, what do you look at stat line-wise for your coach? Do you go right to turnovers?
You really do. As much as coaches don't want to talk about that, that's where it starts. When I played in college,
Mahomes hit. He lost the football. It's going the other way. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. He had the option there, decided to keep it, exposed himself and fumbled it.
Yeah, and you worry about the hits he's going to take in that situation. In this case, not only does he take the hit, he coughs the ball up, as you noted.
So here is the home side to take over on offense. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
He'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Going for it all. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, Took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on third down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. McCrane's kick is good. And that'll get the lead down to 5. It can be a thankless job sometimes to be a kicker, but they're thanking him right now. That's now 4 field goals. He's kept them in the game.
He sure has. That offense has got to find its rhythm because I'm not sure that just kicking field goals is going to allow them to win this game.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here are visitors to take over on offense. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Well, he's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Fourth down now after a loss of 2. And on now is the punter, as he'll punt it away for the second time.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to fire one. Oh, wide open, complete. The 20, 10, and all the way in for the touchdown. A big play there. 85 yards. And his guys have taken the lead. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the fourth quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. All right, now a big two-point conversion attempt still to come. They'll try and run it up the middle. And he'll get into the end zone. So now a field goal would only tie as they've upped their lead to 3. So they make the decision. They want a 3-point lead versus a 2-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
Following the touchdown, McCrane set to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
Well, you're impressed, don't you?
I am impressed. That means 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games. Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadrupled. And that's where we are right now to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. On the ground, it's James. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
Let's go.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 23 yards on the play. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Mahomes going to throw. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Yellow. Focus, defense, focus. Check your hot read.
On 1st down, Mahomes. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It's a gain of 5, and it'll make it 2nd down.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
On 2nd down now, Pruitt. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. They'll look to make it 3 for 3 on 3rd down conversions. They need a yard here. They run it with James. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And his kick here is good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. Well, you talk about clutch. That one was right down Broadway, and this game's all even here in the 4th.
Yeah, he didn't leave any doubt, did he? Good snap, good hold, dead center. Almost like a big-time golfer in a major, firing at a pin from the fairway, trying to win the tournament going down the stretch.
Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away.
Come on, fellas.
So here is the home side to take over on offense. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Hey, we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
On 2nd down, it's Brown. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
This offense so far on third down, not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. They'll look to throw. He will find Winslow. That's complete. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Ready.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Let's go. Pick it up, D.
He'll drop to throw. This ball caught by his tight end, Wilson. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
They'll set up to throw. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. The defense did their job. 4th quarter, big stand.
No doubt about it, because the offense has been yelling at them from the sideline. Just do us a favor. Get us the ball back. Give us one more chance to take it downfield. The defense just did them a solid, it appears.
And when they get the ball back, they can kind of play free tie game. They're not behind. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So here are visitors to take over on offense. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
Toe
that. Super toe.
Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. Defensively, mission accomplished, and now with under 3 to go, they may be the last team holding the football.
They may very well be the last team holding the football, unless, of course, you're facing a group that is really aggressive offensively and may want to take a gamble, but theoretically, you've done your job now. You should get the ball back on a punt, but I'd be alert for a fake.
They bring their punter out there now as he'll come on to kick this one away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked down inside the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. So here is the home side to take over on offense. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports.
I got it. Clear.
Second and 1. And he fires one incomplete. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll run on 3rd down with Brown. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. So they bring out their punter. He's been terrific so far. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And that will come the offense as they take over. So here are visitors to take over on offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without...
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now Mahomes. This is Casper catching it out right. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Tight end left. Tight end left. Everyone's got four down.
On 3rd down, James. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just 70 seconds left to go in the game. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. So here is the home side to take over on offense. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. They'll set up a throw. Huge first down, gotta hurry.
Yeah, now they have to get up there, get set, and then spike it.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Ready?
2nd and 10. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
5, Mike 55. Hey, eat. Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning.
Now a handoff here to his running back.
Run.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Taking it about the 16. So a change of possession here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. So here are visitors to take over on offense. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Big stop, let's go.
Here's James. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. 4 quarters not enough. We're all even, and to overtime we go.
How much fun is this for everyone who's watching the game? How much fun is it for us to see this one get an extra period to get settled?
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
This is taken at his 4. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. So here are visitors to take over on offense. Set for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team. And that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Call it no gain on the dump off, and it's 3rd down. In need of a 3rd and 10 conversion to keep this opening drive of OT alive. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Oh, going deep here for Taylor. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Well, their defense did its job. Now they're going to get the football with a chance to win it.
And it feels like they ran out on the field, and right before they did, they told the offense, don't worry about this. We got you. Okay, we got the situation under control. We'll get it back for you for a chance to win the game. And, boy, they did it well.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Well, that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So here is the home side to take over on offense. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to him, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Yeah, part 1 is done. Now part 2. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Let's go.
16 yards, a first down. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And to give this time to the tailback. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
I got 11. Single receiver.
Back to throw. And he'll get this one complete to Winslow. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it?
Come on now.
They say just outside the 20-yard line. So here are visitors to take over on offense and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. On 2nd down now. Pruitt. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
Right there in the middle, 55. Here we go.
Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
54. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Here's Mahomes to throw. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Tight end right, tight end right. 4 down, 4 down.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. He's going to loft one, deep left side here. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So we will see yet another drive in this overtime.
For whatever reason, neither team able to finish this game off. I know that the first thought is, does anyone really want to win it? But I think that they both desperately want to win it, and sometimes you force things, and that leads to errors.
Well, it's out there for the taking. We'll see who can do it. So here is the home side to take over on offense. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9 now. And do you believe this? It's a safety, and the ball game is over. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender.
Oh.
To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for Brooklyn, their hopes of a 500 season stay alive as they move to 7-8 now on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Columbus, their playoff hopes take a big hit as they fall to 8-7. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
All right, guys. Wow. How about that? So we promised we promised week 16 has been crazy. It's going to go down in history as one of the craziest weeks in our XFL history, right? I mean, it's just going to go without a doubt because we have now had count them, 4 overtime games. 4 overtime games here in the RXFL. That was number 4. Insane. And for that game to end in the manner that it did, a safety, the interception that happened by Casey Hayward, and you're thinking, okay, this is it. This is going to be Columbus going down the field. No, it didn't happen. The interception by Casey Hayward, and you can see that loss is all but likely. I mean, it's going to come down to week 17, but that safety, and what a way to lose a game. A hard-fought battle on a safety. Joe Montana goes down. Patrick Mahomes takes the win. The Brooklyn Beats now, they remain alive in the postseason. Things get a lot tougher here for the Aviators. You can see, where are the Beats at? The Beats are in the American. So the Beats keep their playoff hopes alive, and a lot's going to come down to this Celtic Tigers Bulldogs situation here, as well as the Redwoods. Beats keep their season alive. A crazy way to lose, and we have had 4 overtimes in the RXFL. Absolutely unbelievable. Can we go for a 5th overtime? You guys are going to find out here in just a couple of moments, because we are getting ready for our next simulation game. It is going to be London and San Antonio. And you can see where we are sitting at in the standings. London looking for the win here, guys. If you enjoyed this game, follow along with us here on Twitch for more action. We got 2 more games coming your way. We've already had 4 overtime games. Let's get some more. Hit the subscribe button and the thumbs up button on YouTube, and check us out, patreon.com/TBSports27. Appreciate you guys joining in. We're going to jump into this next one. We're already going to be mid-game, so tune in. We'll see ya. Part 2, Game 2, London, San Antonio.